So in this video, I'm going to go over an example, and the example problem is number 7 on your practice 1. So for number 7, what the question wants you to do is it wants you to name each set of angles that are on each line, that are on line AB, and all the set of angles that are on line CD. To find the angles, we must first need to understand and recognize that line AB and line CD are straight lines. And if they are straight lines, then their sum, the sum of all of the angles on their line, are always going to equal 180 degrees. If I look at my protractor here, I put it down on the line. I'm going to put it down over line AB. So I put it down on line AB, and I see that the line is 180 degrees across. You see the 180s on the end? So all of the angles that I choose need to make up or need to cover 180 degrees on that line. I don't want to pick angles that go past 180 degrees or pick angles that are less than 180 degrees. So let's start with line AB. Let's look at line AB first. Looking at line AB, I want to pick two angles that are combined. I want to pick a set of angles, not just two, that combine to equal 180 degrees or to finish the rotation on the line. So the first angles that pop out, if I'm looking at the top side of line AB, I have angle T and I have angle S. So if I'm looking at angle T and angle S together, they look like they complete 180 degrees. So I'm going to check that. And checking that, I put my protractor on, and I want to get the angle of T first, the measure of angle T first. So it's looking like I have 30 degrees. So I'm going to write the number 30 there. So I have 30 degrees, and now I want to find the measure of angle S. I can use my protractor, or I could just have used mental math, but I know that the angle of measure S has to finish, or the angle of measure S, the sum of T and S, has to equal 180 degrees. Sorry, I'm fumbling over my words. So if I look at my protractor, I put my protractor on, I can see that the angle of measure S, if I'm going this way, here, is 150 degrees. So I have 150, and I know that 150 plus 30 equals 180. So I know then for sure that angle T and angle S are a set for line AB. So I would just write angle T and angle S on the lines. Then I would need to find another set that makes up angle A and B, because our line has two sides. We have got our top side done. Now let's look at the lower end. We have three angles here. We have P, Q, and R. So when I'm looking at P, Q, and R, I could use my protractor and find the angles, the actual measures of the angles, or I could just eyeball it and also see that these angles look like they complete 180 degrees. How do I know that? Well, because P starts out on the line, and we go all the way across here, and R also starts out on the line. That's 180 degrees of rotation there. So if I'm looking at AB, line AB, I can see that P, Q, R complete 180 degrees. The sum of those three angles is going to be 180 degrees on line AB. So I could also write there angle P and angle Q and angle R for line AB. Now there's another angle. There's another angle that makes up, there's another set of angles that make up line AB as well. That also equal, oh, not line AB, sorry. There's another set of angles that make up line CD. So if I'm looking at CD now, here we are. I want to put my protractor on this way. So I know it's a straight line, because it tells me that. And so I know that it equals 180 degrees. So I put my protractor on, I'll slide it up a little bit so you guys can see. Now if I was to put my protractor on, I see that it goes from 180 to 180 there. The first angles that pop out in my brain are line S and R. So I could check their angles, but to me, to my eyeballs, it looks like those lines complete 180 degrees, and their sum is going to be 180 degrees. So I could also write down on that line, if I'm putting in my answer, angle S and angle R. Why? Because angle S and angle R the sum of these two angles is going to be 180 degrees on line CD. I can tell that just by using my eyes, because if I put my protractor here, look, angle S touches there, goes all the way around, and angle R touches there. So S and R together is 180. Now, if I was trying to do S, R, and Q for line CD, that wouldn't work, because S, R, and Q is more than 180 degrees. That's way more than 180 degrees. I only want points that equal 180 degrees on my lines. So there are 2 more points on your line to find. I hope this example helped. I gave you some of the answers. If you need any help on finding any more, please let me know. I hope this video was helpful. I know you're not used to me teaching math, but we'll figure it out as we go. Good luck.